All right, people, what's up? We got a little documentary going on here. This is from Lewisburg Federal Prison. This is from the early 90s. I guess back then it was a Supermax. I don't think it's a Supermax now, but let's see what they got going on because this is pretty interesting to me at least. Let's check it out.
So these are what
Look
we
at
call
those,
homemade
huh?
weapons?
Shanks or homemade
Yes, they
knives.
I'm sorry, what's the term?
Shanks or homemade
Those
knives.
are bone crushers.
This is a pretty nice one because you can get that grip on there for your fingers here.
Yes, Lord.
These are pretty commonplace here in penitentiaries. People just carry
It
these
don't
around for
slip when the
protection
blood
in
gets on it.
anticipation of maybe getting attacked by somebody. So if they're confronted, then they have a weapon to defend themselves because it's no fist fights here.
I'm sorry, no fist fights?
No fist fights. I mean, if
Why
you're
is
going to have
that?
a fight, it's going to be with
He's
strength.
acting stupid. He don't know why there's
'Cause
no
it's
fist
quick.
fight.
Who wants to wrestle? This is fairly nice here. Nice grip on here, the black tape, and used to
Yeah, get that
take care of
stabbing
business if you
motion.
have to.
So I want to go back to what you said a second ago about no fist fights.
He can't believe he just said that.
What I mean by no fist fights, if you're going to have a confrontation, it's not going to be with your fists. You're going to fight somebody that's of a serious nature, and you're going to use your weapon of choice, and you're going to defend yourself.
That's right.
So what you're saying is
I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard when you get off the bus and you go see the captain, I heard even the captain tells you, get a knife. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true because I never been inside the level 5 penitentiary. I only been to a camp in the low. So
someone is prepared then to really stab another person.
yeah,
If you're going to fight in penitentiary, it's not to be bullshitting around. It's going to be to injure somebody or to incapacitate them.
yeah, they really mess fighting in there. That's the
Oh,
LT.
shit. No, I ain't got no release papers for you, man.
The Special Housing Unit is a prison within
Look,
a
they're
prison,
smoking in there. Yeah,
holding
this was the
180
'90s.
inmates
I think they
under
stopped smoking in the
23-hour-a-day
prisons in
lockdown.
What's up,
some
man?
It's for
early
those inmates
2000s,
who
I
don't play
believe.
by the rules. It's Lewisburg's segregation and solitary confinement cell block.
Lewisburg is AKA the big house.
I ain't committed no crime. No crime at all. I got 18 months left. I'm telling you, I am the silver poet. I'm the rap of all rap. The city's under rage. Deaths on every page. Cancer sweeps the heart. The country falls apart. Brothers who were friends, down for Mac 10s, driving off the thrill. Bennies and popping pills. Brothers against brothers. Taking step brothers. Uzis on the bike.
What?
Killing on sight.
That's right.
The spirits are free. Shoot and OD. Blasting TV.
Yeah.
Down from PCP.
That's right.
Fine China white. Staying in how night. Or putting in the blood some Mexican mud.
Although
Yeah,
the 6 by 8 foot cells were meant for one man, they now house 2 inmates.
We need ventilation inside these cells also. Need these tree slides open to get some air. We got a window in the cell, but no air can blow through. So the air can't blow in properly also.
The cell windows can't be opened, and most of the air that circulates into the cells comes through the food slots called wickets, which are often kept closed.
A lot of times the wickets are kept closed because we had a little problem up here. I guess it was a couple months ago where zip guns were being made. That's where you roll
Man,
up a
listen, they
magazine
can make
real tight,
anything
make a
inside
little
the
hole in it,
penitentiary.
put in pencil heads and matchsticks and things like that, and it shoots out like a gun. And we had a little problem up here on the floors where they were being made and they were being shot at the officers.
That's
So as a result,
crazy.
the wickets were being kept closed. Sometimes from time to time fires are being set when the wickets are open, clothes are being thrown out on the range and fires are being set.
I bet you if
So the
you
wickets
sit
are being
down with
kept
this
closed
dude
for those,
and you
different
ask
reasons.
him to tell some stories, I bet you he has some hella stories he could tell. Guaranteed. Crazy motherfuckers in there, man. That's where y'all belong. Yep. Everybody kicked the doors.
So what's it like being with these guys all day long?
The zoo.
The one with the glasses looks scared.
The United States imprisons more people than any other country in the world. South Africa has the second highest incarceration rate. The Soviet Union ranks third.
Speaking of Soviet Union,
The U.S. government predicts that by the year 2000,
what's that spy?
there will
He's
be more
in
than
that prison
1.5
too.
million Americans in prison. And
Aldrich
75%
Ames.
of these inmates
He's in there.
will be
I don't know if he's in there right now, but I know he was in there.
In 1973, U.S. attorneys charged Herbert Sperling with being one of the chief bosses
Herbert
in an
Sperling.
organized crime, multi-million-dollar heroin smuggling operation. Sperling was
I
New
heard
York's
about him.
link to the French Connection,
Yep, the French Connection.
importing hundreds of kilos
You ever
of
seen
pure
that movie?
heroin from France
It was
and
about
supplying
him.
them to major dealers on the east coast of the United States.
I bet you they booked
Sperling
his
was
ass
indicted
too.
by a federal narcotics task force. He was sentenced to life without parole.
Yep. Can't mess with that heroin.
Pushing your parole?
Yeah, you get smoked for that.
In life, most people don't think that they're going to be doing menial labor. But I don't look at it as menial labor.
Why don't you look at it as menial labor?
Most things are what you think they are.
Think about
I'm
this.
not menial,
For
so I
all
don't
you
think
that are
anything I
out there
do
in the
is
game
menial
and
labor.
don't want to get a job, this dude probably had millions of dollars. Now look
My
at him.
mind is very
He's mopping the
strong.
floor inside a prison for probably 10 cents
You've
hour.
been incarcerated for how long, Herbie?
Almost 17 years.
17 years.
17
Yeah, and I
years.
still can't get the law.
So this is in the
You're still
90s. So he
doing
got
I
he got
certainly
picked
am,
up in the
every day.
70s.
The papers
Wow.
I gave you to prove that Professor Dershowitz sent allegations to the Court of Appeals about the original judge, Judge Pollack, on my case, conspiring with the U.S. Attorney on how to defeat my motions and why I can't get the law. I can't get a hearing. And everybody says you can't be framed. If I can't be framed, why can't I get the hearing?
You told me also that your son is in prison as well?
No, my son was framed by the government because of Nicky Bonds trying to get out of
Nicky
jail.
Barnes.
What the government does is they arrest somebody
Yeah.
and they charge him with myriad crimes.
I'm sorry, with what kind of crimes?
Myriad crimes, a great number of crimes.
Myriad crimes.
I don't mean to use too big of words. I don't want to confuse the audience.
Okay.
They get somebody, they arrest him for a lot of crimes that they allege he committed. Now, the guy doesn't want to go to jail. So what does he do? He trades in 30 or 40 other people for himself so he don't go to jail. The government knows crime by its nature is a secret thing. How could one or two people know about 300-400 people? But they use them to testify, all right, and destroy 30, 40, 50 people's lives
Well,
so
you guys
they
are
can get
committing
out of
crimes.
prison.
It is wrong.
These
So-
guys aren't informants or stool pigeons. They're liars. They make up stories and they destroy other people and their families in exchange for getting out of jail themselves. That's what Nicky Bonds did to my son.
So your son was accused of being a drug...
My son was accused of being involved in a drug conspiracy. Total lie. The kid is 100% innocent. The only reason they
I
did
doubt
it is
that.
because of me being in jail, obvious to put some kind of pressure on me, and I don't make up stories about nobody. I don't play that
Nicky
game.
Barnes, as I recall, was
Another
a
thing
big-time,
is, you can tell
heroin
this is
salesman, wasn't he?
early
Nicky
because
Barnes.
that's like a tracksuit he has on. You can't wear that now. You got to wear either your day outfit, which is most likely khakis, or
That's what
you
he
got
is.
your
I don't know
your
what he
your
was or what he
sweatpants and
wasn't. I don't know
sweatshirt,
the
which is
man.
gray.
That's the whole point
So
of everything. I have
and
to
you
be-
get a white T-shirt.
Barnes is a girl.
So you can't
he's
wear
a
none of
girl.
that
He's
now.
a fag. He's a punk.
Damn, he called
In
him the
fact, I
F
shouldn't
word.
say he's a punk and a fag because I'm insulting punks and fags.
And those are, oh man, those are fighting words. Unicorn, baby. That's where you make somewhat
In
decent
federal
money at.
prisons, inmates must work at a job assignment.
In
They're
Unicorn,
paid 22 cents an hour.
You could make anywhere from 500 to 800 a month in Unicorn. That's still not a lot of money, but when you think about it, you have no overhead. So, and if you only eat the 3 meals a day that they serve you, it's actually pretty good. You're not paying any bills at all. And people actually send money home. I seen it. People send money home to pay bills, pay for schools, all working in Unicorn. And like I said, you make some for a prison job. That's where you want to be to make your money. But you have to have time to get in there. So if you come in with 5 years and you apply to Unicorn, and then say someone that you're on a bus with came in and say he has 20 years, that person with the 20 years will get the job before you because he has more time. They don't like to hire people that are short time. I don't know why. That's just how it is. I've been to a few different prisons, and every prison was the complete same. So, but actually, don't go at all, and you don't have to worry about it.
Lewisburg has a large metal factory in operation 16 hours a day. It manufactures office furniture.
Yep, some of them make clothes. They make office furniture for all the prisons. Like one prison will make something, another prison will make something else, but it's for all the prisons in the BOP.
What's your name?
Hot hand.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm with pots and pans.
So you called hot hands because you're a dishwasher?
Well, I'm called hot hand for many reasons. I was hot hand on the street before I came to Lewisburg.
Well, anything else you want to say?
That's all you know. This is a job, 7 days a week, from 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening.
So
we got two shifts of people, you know. Is there any more questions that you would like to ask?
Yeah, what kind of problems you got in here?
Well, it's always problems, but the problem can't be solved. Once you know there's a problem and it can't be solved, there's no need to discussing that problem. I got problems with sleeping. I got problems with wanting to get to society. I got problems with wanting to be with my woman. You know, that's just the way it is.
So what were you talking about the other day, AIDS and condoms, remember that?
Well, I said that it is sex in prison. It is sex in prison.
Man.
I think that, I said there is sex in prison.
There is sex in prison.
A friend of mine in Josephtown, which name is Treetop, he once said the best sex he ever had was in prison. And so we know it's sex in prison because people die of AIDS in prison. We know that. So it should be condoms sold here due to the fact of sex. I don't think nobody can deny it's not any sex here because it's homosexuality here. You know, I couldn't force to say each man how to deal with his problem, how to get back to the street. I don't know. If I knew, I'd be back myself, and I wouldn't be doing 50 years.
What'd you do to get 50 years?
Bank robbery. I got two 25-year sentences, 50 years.
Well, how'd you make out on the bank robberies?
Well, the money I got was none. I mean,
He
it
probably
wasn't
didn't
no
get
time
much.
where I got a lot of money because I didn't get the money that Oliver North got. But I got a lot more time.
That's right.
So if I
If
didn't
you
get
don't
that
know who
type of
Oliver
money,
North is,
only
Google
white
it.
collar crime pay. A man picks up a gun, he gets, say maybe $25,000 or $10,000. He gets 50 years. A man does a white collar crime, he embezzles $2 million, $150,000. He gets 3 years and get to go to Danbury. I never make Danbury.
See,
When
Danbury
I'm
was
3
a
months
camp,
short, they refuse to
or
send.
was the low. It's a low
So,
now,
I can definitely
but
say
it's
that
switched.
I
It
didn't
went
make out
from
at all. I should have had a job working.
a low to a women's
I would've
prison
fared a lot better.
back to a low, but it's still a women's camp. So we're gonna leave it there. That's part one. If you like this type of stuff, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section. I'm gonna do a part two, so look out for that. But if you do like this type of stuff, please let me know. My name is Chip, and I will see you soon, and I will have more content about prison and my prison experiences. So if you want to hear about that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. and I will see you then. All right. Peace.